Welcome back to Timeless Tales. Let's start the story. In a forgotten village tucked between quiet mountains and misty rivers, there lived a poor girl named Lena. She had no family, no fine clothes, and no home of her own. She worked at the local bakery, kneading dough before sunrise and sweeping floors long after sunset. Her life was simple, but her dreams were not. Every night, after the village fell asleep, Lena would climb a hill nearby and stare at the palace lights far away. She imagined what it might be like to wear silk dresses, to walk on marble floors, and to be seen, not as a servant, but as someone who mattered. But she never told anyone. She knew girls like her didn't end up in palaces. They baked bread, washed clothes, and grew old without ever being loved like the ones in fairy tales. In that grand palace lived Prince Arion, heir to the kingdom of Arinthia. He had everything: wealth, education, power, yet he felt empty. His days were filled with rules. Tired of royal life, Arion decided to sneak out of the palace in disguise, dressed as a common traveler. He wanted to see the kingdom not as a prince, but as a person. That's when he saw her, in the village square, trying to carry a heavy basket of bread, struggling but smiling. "Let me help you," he said. "No need," she replied, wiping sweat from her brow. "I've carried heavier burdens than bread." Something about her eyes, tired yet kind, fragile yet strong, made him curious. He returned the next day, and the next, always in disguise. They became friends. They talked under the stars, laughed beside the river, and shared stories. She thought he was just a kind wanderer. He never told her the truth, because how could a prince love a girl with dirt on her feet? One day, Lena was invited to bake for a palace event. It was the first time she entered the gates she had only seen from a distance. Her heart raced. Everything felt like a dream: the chandeliers, the music, the whispers. But what shocked her most was the prince, because when she saw Prince Arion standing at the head of the hall, dressed in gold, surrounded by nobles, she recognized him instantly. He wasn't a traveler, he was him. Betrayed, confused, and heartbroken, Lena fled the palace. She stayed away, refused to answer his letters. The pain of being lied to hurt more than her years of poverty. Weeks passed. Then one morning, the village awoke to an unexpected sight: a royal carriage parked outside the bakery. And stepping out was Prince Arion, in royal robes, holding no sword, no guards, just a small velvet box. He walked up to Lena, in front of the entire village, and said, "I was born a prince, but I've only felt alive with you. You taught me what it means to be real. I don't want a queen with titles. I want the girl who smells of bread and flowers. I want you." Lena didn't answer right away. She had been abandoned too many times to trust easily. But when she looked into his eyes, she saw truth. Not the kind that speaks in words, but the kind that lives in hearts. They married in both a royal and village ceremony, one for tradition, the other for love. Lena became not just a princess, but a voice for the poor, a hope for the forgotten. She never forgot the hill where she used to dream, and every year on their anniversary, they would climb it together and light a candle for the girl who once believed she was invisible, until love saw her. If you liked this story, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel Timeless Tales for more stories like this.